Hi, I'm Victoria Johnson and welcome to Victoria's Body Shop. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you're here. I just left the gym. I am pumped up. I'm ready to go. My muscles are tight. My skin is firm and my attitude is good. How about you? I hope you feel the same. I tell you what, if you've ever thought about getting tight skin, but you don't quite know all the answers, I want to help you out today. Because I look like I have tight skin now, right? Well, I didn't always have tight skin and I wasn't always fit. So all the things that I did prior to this whole journey is what gave me the information, the insight, and the experience to help you today. If you're going through something that you feel like it's not good, it's negative, it's bad, maybe today some insight into how we can turn life around will help you turn your life around. Because really, how you look and how you feel and how you operate, they're all combined. If you don't look good and you don't feel good, you don't really want to perform good. You don't really want to do anything spectacular. You know you're here to do something really great, right? Yeah, you are. And I know you came to hear about skincare, but if you don't feel good, having great skin is not necessarily the best thing. I want you to think about your whole body, your whole mind, your whole spirit, and everything working together to give you the best possible life that you can have. Now, when I was starting to get into skincare really deeply, I had severe acne. And I had severe acne because I was overweight. Yes, I was 60 pounds heavier. Here's my jeans. 60 pounds heavier. I was size 16 petite, 1'6". I had so much going on in my body and my skin and my attitude and my life. Because if you're not in the right headspace, you're not going to be able to do the things that you want to accomplish. And at that point in my life, I was not in the right headspace at all. I had absolutely nothing going for me mentally because I was so wrapped up in negative attitudes and negative relationships. And I was also addicted to food to the point where I spent probably, I don't know how many years because it all just went into a blur. I was bulimic. I got to the point where I would eat so much that I couldn't eat anymore. Then I would throw up, come back and eat, because I was trying to find something comforting. I was looking for comfort food. I was looking for relationships that made me feel good. And unfortunately, until I was healed, there was no one that was going to come into my life that was going to help me heal. So I had to go on a journey of weight loss and trying to reduce the acne, trying to change my attitude. And once I was able to get to a place where I realized that everything I ate really affected how I felt. So I was getting to the point where I was so hypoglycemic that hypoglycemia, if you're really in a severe state, can make you anxiety-ridden, depressed, suicidal, and that was my condition. I was actually having a biochemical condition that was reflected by the food that I ate and the lack of sleep. I would go days without sleep because I was so depressed. And I was depressed because I wasn't living my potential. Have you ever felt that? Like you're not quite living your potential? You're not quite doing the things that you want to do. Maybe you want to get a new job. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to start a family. But you feel like I'm just not there. Well, I want to help you understand that you can get there, but it takes a complete formula. The right food, the right attitude, the right look for yourself. Because it does matter how you look, how you feel, how your skin looks. What do you feel? What do you sense when you look in the mirror? It all matters and it all ties together. So I want to give you some ideas to help you get to where you want to get to so you can explore more of life. Life is just starting. You're just beginning. Today's a new day. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another opportunity. But right now, we got to start doing the things that are going to help us look better and feel better tomorrow. We got to invest in this right now. But why do something if you don't get the results you want, right? I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over my lifetime on skincare, on diets, on exercise programs, and nothing worked until I was ready to work it. Okay, so get ready to work it. First of all, when I lost weight, I was starting to get all these stretch marks. They were starting to appear, little stretch mark lines. So I had to figure out how to get rid of the stretch marks lines. And then I started to get saggy skin. You know, it's like when you lift your arm up and your skin hangs down. You know that little saggy part right there? Or you hug somebody and you feel like part of your arm is still laying on their shoulder when you lift it up. Or maybe you go out for a run and you stop running and it's like everything is still running. It's still moving because there's too much there. Well, I want to help you get rid of that. Because when your skin is healthy, you're healthy. And when you're healthy, your skin is healthier. They work together. You can't just put on cream and expect to have this perfectly good skin. You have to eat the right things, drink the right things, and be in the right headspace. First of all, I want to talk about preparing your body to improve. When I was starting to get saggy skin, I didn't feel very good. And it's interesting because I didn't know that my lymph system was all clogged and it was all connected. So I had to start draining my lymph system. And one of the best ways to drain your lymph system is through dry brushing. This is a dry brush. We use it on our bodies. Have you ever brushed your skin like that and you see little flakes and little pieces of dust? Well, that's dead skin cells. And then also, you want to get rid of the dead skin, and you want to increase the circulation. So there's two things we're doing with the dry brushing. And I dry brush every morning before I shower just to exfoliate the skin. And also you want to dry brush toward your heart. Whatever you're doing, you want to bring the circulation back to your heart, back to your circulatory system, because your heart pumps the blood. Your heart is responsible for the oxygen going throughout your body. So I always start with dry brushing. Every single day, I dry brush first. I get all the dead skin cells off. I enhance my immune system by using my dry brush, by increasing circulation, improving blood flow, improving skin. If I press against my skin, I get a little bit of a sensation. Well, that's your skin cells. That's your skin's reacting to motion. So just the motion alone helps to heal your skin, and it helps to regenerate your immune system, and it helps to get circulation, because you cannot get your products deep into the cells without circulation. So number one is you want to dry brush every day. Now, what I do for my face when I start the day as well, once a week, I do a good solid microderma polish. And I started this when I was in Beverly Hills. One of my sponsors for my book tour was the Ritz-Carlton. Can you imagine? Can you imagine staying at the Ritz-Carlton in almost every major city? Well, that's what I did. I was on a book tour for my book, Body Revival, and they were my sponsor, so I would go from city to city, and I would stay at the Ritz-Carlton. Well, the Ritz-Carlton has some of the coolest spas in the world, too. So I learned from the estheticians and the spa director, and they always have a dermatologist if you need one. So I would learn from them about what worked for my skin, what worked best the day before a shoot, the day after a shoot, because I take as many photos as I could after I got a spa treatment, because after the spa treatment, your skin is glowing, your pores are tight, everything is firm, and you look like 10 years younger. So it's a perfect time for me to take my photos. So I would always go in and get a spa treatment before I took my photos, or before I did a television appearance, or before I went and did some live stage event. So I would always do that first. And what I learned was it got to be expensive. 100 at the average, I just read online. Wait, let me say it. I just read that the average microdermabrasion spa treatment is $136. I was getting one a week this is actually less than the ones that I was getting. I just read this off the internet this morning, and microdermabrasion is so great because it exfoliates. In our microdermabrasion, we have really good ingredients. It exfoliates, fine lines go away, and it evens your skin tone. And I wanted to show you, we have these you probably can't see them, they're too small, but there's these microcrystals that are so fine that they rub away the dead skin, the uneven skin tone starts to go away, and you can see an immediate difference. And I leave it on for 15 to 30 minutes. So I rub and scrub and scrub. And what you'll find with our exfoliation cream is that you'll find that the more you rub, I'm gonna add some water. The more you rub, the more it expands. The more it expands, the more the further deeper it goes into your skin. So as I add it, so here I am, and you can see it's kind of shiny, because that's because of all the nutrients. There's so many good fatty acids in there that helps your skin to tone, to cleanse, exfoliate, regenerate. Let me read you a little bit of what we do. The main thing that we try to do with the microdermabrasion is we want to lift away deep inside makeup. Even though you cleanse every night, sometimes all the makeup doesn't come off. And if you're like me, I put on makeup for camera, I put on makeup for events. So sometimes I use a little thicker makeup than the average person. And when I was doing studio work every day, I had so much studio makeup that I started to break out and get all this acne underneath my chin. And then I would end up with these big boils right here in my nose. It was just horrible because I didn't get all the makeup off. And I would scrub and scrub and scrub. But what I was doing at first, I found from an esthetician I work with, I was actually pushing some of the makeup deeper into my pores. So it wasn't coming out. And until I started doing microdermabrasion every day and getting in there and just grinding those little micro beads that go in between all the cells and go in between the pores, until I got to that point where I was really using that every single day, I wasn't losing the acne. It wasn't going away. And my pores weren't shrinking. After the second microderm treatment, my pores started to shrink. My skin started to become more even toned. And it became really smooth. Really, really nice and soft. And that's one of the things that I loved about microdermabrasion, except for I couldn't afford it. So we had our formulators make our own formula in such a way that we really want to make sure you're hydrated when you're done because you're taking the oils out of your skin. You're actually rubbing and you're removing dirt, oil. You're also removing some of your natural oil. So we want to make sure that that oil is put back in. And that's one of the things that our microdermabrasion does. Even though it eliminates dirt, and it also works on pores, and it works on deep intercellular levels. So you're able to get in there and you're able to brighten your skin, you're able to correct skin tone, you're able to correct skin. When I was getting, after so much acne, you get those pocks in your face, and I also get them on my legs. So I even use the microderm on my legs. So it's really important. After I dry brush, after I get out of the shower, I actually put microdermabrasion on, rub it around for 3 to 5 minutes, get back in the shower, especially if you got dents on your glutes or maybe just you get a boil or you get a breakout or you get something that just doesn't, it needs to be cleansed, it needs to be exfoliated. That's when you want to use the microdermabrasion polish. Ours is $30 compared to $136 a treatment. And this particular jar, has been open now. I've probably done 8 treatments so far, and I still have a half jar left. So you figure $30 as opposed to $136 for your average spa. And these are dermatology grade ingredients too. All of Victoria's lines. Our line, Skin Tight Naturals, everything is good. We're a natural company. We use natural ingredients. We are a small batch company. That means we're not making massive amounts of product with a bunch of preservatives so it sits on a drugstore shelf for 2 years. That's not our company. Our company is small batch. I am a person who lives by natural means, which means I eat natural foods. I grew up in a natural environment. We raised all of our own chickens. We raised all of our own vegetables. I ate off the fruit of the tree in our yard every day. I wanted to make sure that when I was deciding to make my own line, that the line was reflective of living a natural, healthy life. And that's why we call our company a fit skincare company, because I want you to be fit. I want you to feel good, look good, have energy, be ready to go out there and take on the world and not let anybody stop you and not let your age stop you. So many people I talk to, it's an American thing. I travel all over the world. Nobody talks about age like American women. American women talk about age all the time, like, oh, I just turned 30. Oh, I just turned 40. Really? Well, I just turned 70. What difference does it make? How about you live for today? How about right now you start improving your skin so you don't ever say your age again and no one knows how old you are because you look 10 years younger than your biological age? How about that? Wouldn't that be awesome? Because right now you can actually get your bio age tested, right? So there's a chronological number, but do you have to look like your grandmother did at that chronological number? No, it's a new day. We have so many breakthrough treatments. We have breakthrough nutrients, elements. Even in one of the products I'm going to tell you today, it's a breakthrough because we didn't know that these elements we took in tablets could be on your skin and work from the inside out from a cellular level and work from a completely infusion level from the outside in. You put them together and you could have the most beautiful skin, you can have the tightest skin, and you can even reverse age. How about that? How about 1 year from now, you look 10 years younger instead of 1 year older? Wouldn't that be awesome? It's possible. You just got to stay with me so we can find out some of the secrets, right? So that's our again, Microderm scrub and polish. $29. Sorry, it used to be $39, but after this event we all just went through, we're all just sort of price adjusting to make sure that everyone's able to get what they need, because home care and self-care is really important right now. Not everybody can afford to go and get a $130 treatment twice a week. This is what we did. We brought you something you can use at home, something you can use on a regular basis, and something that really will affect your skin in a magnificent way. So that's our exfoliation cream. Now I want to go to our collagen. I love our collagen, by the way. The reason we want collagen for sagging skin, and when we talk about collagen, peptides, fruit acids, because I found as I traveled, certain people and certain cultures, it didn't matter what their age was as much. It was what culture and what were they eating. How much sleep were they getting? How much water were they drinking? How humid was the weather? And everyone that I met with, because I'm in the film industry, people I met with, I learned so much by looking at, observing how they ate, how they responded to negativity, how they responded to other people, how they interacted. And then I would watch, what are they eating? What are they eating off the snack truck? What are they eating when we go into the commissary? What are they eating when we're just having a break? Watch. And I could tell right away, the people with the best skin, both men and women, were doing almost the exact same thing. They were drinking water, they were nibbling on the fruits and vegetables, which those are your fruit acids, right? So they were working on the fruit enzymes, they're working on all the vegetable minerals. All this was going to their body. And then one of the girls I talked to, she was, I don't even remember her age because she didn't really say, but she was playing someone's mother. And the person in the particular event that I was involved in, I thought she was probably maybe 50 or so, I couldn't tell, but she was playing her mother. So I couldn't tell how old she was. She would take a break, take spray, just hydration spray, and spray it on her face. So she was always hydrating. I noticed that. And then she would drink lemon water. So there was just things I noticed that I think we can do the same thing. And when I decided to take up those habits, I had a journal and I was writing down, this is what I learned here. And I would have a makeup artist and she would say, well, your pores are this. And she'd say, you can use this sort of thing. I'd have an esthetician, because we worked in an environment where a lot of the times the production companies would provide whatever we needed. Because who wanted someone doing a roll or taking photos or doing a magazine shoot with big zits everywhere, right? So they would have people for us to make sure we looked our best when it was time to take a photo. I learned from so many dermatologists that had so many great ingredients, and many of them mixed their own. I was in one place where this guy he brought this little tray. It was almost like, a fruit tray, but it had all these ingredients. He would mix them. He's got some peptides, he's got some collagen, he's got some hyaluronic acid, and he's mixing it based on our skin. And I thought, this is amazing. So when I started to make my own products, I looked for formulators who had the kind of knowledge and who had the science and the background and the experience that could make safe products that could be used by any age, any stage, anywhere. And that's what we have. So my next one I want to talk to you about is collagen peptide. Collagen peptide is what we need when we lose elastin in our skin, because you lose this firmness here. It's called a snapback effect, right? You pull your skin, it snaps back. Well, when you do that, it's because you don't have enough elastin. Well, we need peptides to help build elastin back into our skin. Elastin is like a rubber band. It's the fibers that pulls the skin back against the muscle, and it pulls it against the fascia so that it's tight. So if you put your arm up and you pull the skin off, it's the fascia and the elastin that brings the skin back. If you pull the skin and it doesn't go back, you need elastin. Yes. Yeah, if you're pulling and it doesn't go back and you don't have a snap back, you got to sag down, you need to get some collagen. And what we did is we added not only collagen not only did we add the peptide, we wanted to make sure that we had all the different ingredients that works together. And one of the things that we found is that there's this element called snow algae that comes from Switzerland, because we love the Swiss skincare. You guys, is great. Very expensive, but we were able to source a lot of the exact same elements. And one of the things we sourced was snow algae. So we have peptides for snapping, right? Snapping back. So if you have saggy skin or creepy skin or loose skin and you want to get that skin tight again, you need to get peptides to put on a collagen peptides, because your skin is made of collagen, right? We drink collagen, we eat collagen, it's in the food we eat, but we also want to make sure we get it on our skin from a cellular so it can be infused right into the cell. Because a lot of times you don't know, if you're drinking a shake and you've got collagen, sure, you can absorb a lot of it, but do you absorb enough of it to affect your entire body, to affect the skin all over your entire body? Because you have 15% of your body's skin, up to 9 pounds. Are you eating enough collagen that you can supply collagen to every cell that weighs 9 pounds, right? So that's why we have you a high grade collagen peptide that you can actually just apply onto the skin. You can put it on your face, eyes, neck, chin, right? Décolleté, shoulders, hands. Wherever you feel like you need the most work, that's where you can put that. Okay, that's really important. Now, another thing that we did is we added the snow algae. Hang on, let me grab something. Okay, now snow algae is great. I just, let me read it to you, what it does, because I don't want to misrepresent. Snow algae is taking a new skin generation. It's a DNA revitalizer. That means it actually revitalizes the DNA of the cells. It hydrates, it oxygenates, it protects, even against further damage, right? So you're not only are you repairing from a cellular level the actual DNA of your skin, you're actually reducing damage for later. That is powerful, right? So, and the main benefit is that it repairs dark spots, decreases wrinkles, improves collagen. So the collagen in the peptide is actually going to be increased in volume and increased in intensity because of the snow algae. So we added that. I mean, just the snow algae alone is very expensive, but we put it in the collagen. We also put in fruit acids. See, like this is a bowl of fruit, right? So again, nature is the best at working with our carbon-based bodies. Our bodies love fruits, vegetables, enzymes. And in this particular, we used a superfruit acid, right? And it actually works with the elasticity in the cells. We're looking at firmness, hydration, and the formation of new skin cells. So fruit acids is one of the best ways if you've got saggy skin in your arms. Like I used to have it on my elbows really bad, and it's gone now. And then you could have saggy skin, stomach. Say you lose 10 pounds, and your stomach, right, is when I was losing weight, I was getting all these little saggy lines, right, and I was getting these little creepiness on my inner thighs, and I was getting creepiness around my knees, and I was starting to sag around my kneecaps. Well, I had to put different elements on to make sure that I was able to tighten the skin and then treat the skin and then also have the skin come back plumper, thicker, more tight, right? More elastic. So that's what the peptides, that's what we're able to do here, all right? Now, the next one that I love is our HydroPlump. Our HydroPlump is our #1 best-selling hyaluronic acid. And why do you want hyaluronic acid? Because hyaluronic acid uses 1,000 times its weight in water. So if you have loose skin, it's because something was there that's gone. You lost muscle, you lost bone, you lost fat. Let's look at this. When I was 60 pounds heavier and I had 60 pounds of fat, this is fat. This fat took up space around my waist, legs, arms, chin. I had a double chin. So all this fat was taking up space. And if I take away the fat and I don't do anything to tighten the skin, now all I have is loose skin with volume gone. Well, how do I get the volume back? Part of getting the volume back is hyaluronic acid, and that's what's in the hydroplump. So we added hyaluronic acid so that you're able to voluminize the cell, like this sponge right here. This side of the sponge is dry, hard, and that's what happens to skin when you lose your volume. It gets really creepy, and it gets pocky, and it's no longer soft and smooth. This side of the sponge, it has hydration. It's soft, spongy, absorbs, and it bounces back. We talked about the snapback effect. It bounces back. So adding hyaluronic acid onto your skin, this is the effect that it gives you. It's fantastic. And we also in our hydroplump, we have L-arginine. It's a protein that strengthens your cells and repairs damage. We also have retinoids. Retinoids are great. They smooth the skin, they tone, they tighten, and they give you a very beautiful, youthful texture. So that's one of the best things I like about this particular hyaluronic acid is we never just give you one element. These all work together. Hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, L-arginine, retinol, and then to protect the skin from further damage and to help with lines and wrinkles and even more smoothing textures, lavender oil. So we're back to plants again. So we have aloe vera plant, hyaluronic acid natural, L-arginine is a protein, retinoids. So you've got all these different elements working with your body's natural biochemical process. We are a biochemical being. We have to have different elements and different biological elements and different nutrition elements so that we're able to make everything come together to give the cell what it needs. It's like having just one food. You need vegetables, fruits, grains, water, right? Proteins. So we have to have all those elements to make our bodies healthy. Well, you have to have all these elements to make a skin cell healthy. And that's why it's all in one complete formulation. So even in the microdermabrasion, we added fatty acids because you need essential fatty acids for your skin to be soft and smooth and even and for the texture to be plump. You can't even that's when you think of keto dieting, there's so much fat in keto. And you actually are able to lose weight, tighten your skin, and eat a variety of foods, yet you don't get fat from keto because it's biochemically sound with certain body types. Not all body types can use it, but I use keto. So what I found, that's what I used when I was losing my body weight, is I found myself, I was carb loading. Every time I turned around, I was eating bread or a cookie or a bagel or a croissant. I was eating things that were creating fat in my body. My body doesn't do well with carbohydrates. It does better with proteins and essential fats. So that's what I had to do. So when you think about your skin, we're putting on proteins, peptides, and we're putting on essential fatty acids. So your skin's getting lean, tight, smooth. The texture's changing. And the main thing we're looking for, though, is we're looking for elastin. We want to, and that's your peptides and your hyaluronic acid. We're looking for elastins to rebuild, repair, and be tighter. And then you want to move your body so that the muscles attach to the fascia is what keeps the body, muscles, tendons, everything connected. So that's your body stocking. It's one big stocking that keeps everything tight, connected, and motion moving together. Well, if you exercise and you eat right, and then you do the right skincare process, you can see your skin tighten. But I guarantee you, you're not just going to get tight skin just by putting on some cream. I've done it. 60 pounds heavier, all that extra skin that I was starting to develop until I started to do some weightlifting, do yoga, do things that increase my body's metabolic rate and increase the hydration level of my skin and increase my body's ability to absorb and infuse into the cells what I'm putting on the cells. I want you to really hear that about science. You want to move. You want to increase circulation. You want to improve your body's ability to digest the nutrients because you are digesting. Your skin is the largest organ on your body. and you're actually digesting the elements that you're putting on your skin. But you want to put the right elements, the right combination, you want to put the right amount, and you want to have the right sequence so that everything is working synergistically to have the best skin possible. Now, my next one is my favorite one. I just love it. And that's my, hang on a minute. I've got all my notes here. I wanted to make sure I gave you the right ingredients, because I have over 20 products and it's hard for me to remember every single product. But this is my favorite one. Tighten Up. If you have loose skin and you want to tighten your skin, you're going to love Tighten Up. And here's why. Because in order to tighten your skin, I just gave you all the different things that we needed to get to this point. This is a crescendo. We needed to cleanse, microdermabrasion, get all the dead skin off, get the makeup, get all the debris out of our skin, and then leave it smooth and prepared for the next step. Collagen peptide on your face or any particular one spot that you feel like you really want to build the elastin in, like right away, right? So with me, it was my neck, around my eyes, around my lips. Those were the places that were starting to show wrinkles and starting to sag. And I was also starting to get a little saggy underneath the cheek. So I do exercises for building up my cheeks. I do exercises for working on my chin. And I do exercises for my entire body. So I actually work everything I can because I want the muscles firm, right? The muscles give you the volume. Here's your volume right here. Your volume. And then I tighten the skin, and then I drink my water so that everything that I'm doing, the cells can hydrate, because water, hyaluronic acid and water work together, gives you volume. So that's the important thing, is to make sure you have the volume, because if you start to sag, part of it is a loss of fat. So we can add hyaluronic acid and exercises to plump the muscles out. That's really important. Now, when we get ready to do our body, because Tighten Up is for your whole body, face, neck, décolleté, and body. So when you're ready to do that, you want to start with your Hydro Plump first. So after you've showered and you decided, I'm going to work on my kneecaps, and I'm going to work on my inner thighs, I'm going to work on the back of my arms. So I take my shower, first I dry brush, and I bring the circulation, I brush toward my heart, do my arms, I do my legs, I do my butt, I do my stomach, I dry brush everywhere. And then I take a shower, and I'm just a little bit wet. And I keep a little bit of dampness because Hydro Plump, you want to make sure you stay wet, because the hyaluronic acid is absorbed with water. Because it absorbs it absorbs 1,000 times its weight in water. So I'm a little bit wet. So I put my Hydro Plump on. So let's just say I'm going to do my arms today. So I put on my Hydro Plump and I let it dry. And then I go to Tighten Up. And the thing that we did with Tighten Up, that's not on the market, that we did ourselves exclusively, is we added an instant tightener to the entire jar. Yes. And it's an instant tightener that we felt was the best we could find. We had our researcher look, and our scientists look all over the world for the one or two tightening ingredients we could find that were natural, not synthetic, they were natural. And they work, and they had a great effect, and they lasted several hours, and you could use it every day. And at the end of the process, say 30 days, 60 days, usually it's about 8 weeks. Not only did it temporarily tighten your skin, it helped to permanently tighten your skin. Yeah, we're the only manufacturer, because we order it, and the way we order it is in such a way that, they're not that huge of a company. So because we're a small company, they wanted to work with us, and we were able to get the instant tightener ourselves and get it put into our product. And the main ingredient that we started with was shea butter. And shea butter has fatty acids, and it tightens your skin. It prepares your skin. And so right now, I just put on the Hydro Plump, right? Took a shower, put on Hydro Plump, now I'm going to put on Tighten Up. So I'm just going to rub it in. And so we have essential fatty acids and we have 4 fruit acids. And the fruit acids are what's going to change the enzyme level of the cell to allow the cell to absorb maximum nutrition so that it tightens, firms, and creates volume, because we have hyaluronic acid also inside Tighten Up. So we're going to put it on our skin. I'm going to put it on my biceps and put it on my back of my arms. I'm going to Tighten Up on my neck, chest, shoulders, because you want it on your shoulders, especially now. If you're wearing tank tops and someone's standing behind you in the grocery store and you have a little extra skin here, you don't want them to see your extra skin. So I Tighten Up on my shoulders, arms, all over. And the more I rub it in, the warmer my muscles get, the warmer my skin gets, the more hydration going to the muscle. And right now, my skin is starting to feel firmer. And you want firm skin. The hyaluronic acid in Tighten Up, because we put it in Tighten Up, the fruit acids, watermelon extract, what this does is it actually firms the skin, because the hyaluronic acid creates volume. So not only am I tightening the skin, but I am firming the skin, because creepy skin and saggy skin, you need volume to take up that extra space. So as I flex my muscle, drawing nutrition into the cells, because I want the cells to be warm, I want them to absorb and be infused. So I'm just moving around. And I even use Tighten Up before I go to a class, before I work out, before I weight train, before I do yoga. Maybe you play tennis or you do walking around your block, maybe some stairs, right? So now I'm adding it to my chest. And the more I add, and what I want you to do when you use Tighten Up, go with the direction of the muscle. So because I want to lift the pecs, my pecs are what holds the girls up, right? So I want to lift that up. I want to come up and out. So I'm actually going with the muscle. Same thing under my neck. I got my knuckles, and there's just a set of muscles that run along the side, and I'm actually lifting here. Does Tighten Up tighten the folds around your nose and mouth? Yes, good question. So that was the body. So the face, yes. So around your nose and mouth, right? But I'm going to go up. I'm going to push the muscles up, put the Tighten Up around, start shaping my face, sculpting my face, the direction that I want the Tighten Up to tighten the muscles. I go all the way behind the ears, right? So I come up and out, and then I come under the chin, those muscles under there, and then I do just a couple of things to get those bands that come out there. So I'm doing that there. And you can go around the eyes, right? Inward, around, up, outside. You know how your eyes up and out? There's a nice little V there that we like to do to get those lifted right above the eyes. Around them, maybe you want more of a brow lift. You take them, go up to your brows, pull, push, pull, hold, and just massage the Tighten Up wherever you want the muscles to be tight, and wherever you want the skin to be tight, and wherever you want to sculpt and change that area. So now all of a sudden, I can even feel my shoulders the muscles are starting to tighten around my shoulders. So I go back, and let's say I'm getting ready for a special occasion, and I want them to leave it a little bit tighter. So now I go back and I do it again. I add some more, I pull it around the shoulders, around the bra line, right? All the places that you have extra skin that you want to be tight. You want that sagging skin to go away. So you erase the sagging skin by tightening, adding volume, adding lift. It's all right there. Eyes, right? Around the eyes. Yeah. Right? So here we go. Now, Everything, I can actually feel the muscles start to tighten. Now my arm just got tighter. And now if I was in the gym and I really wanted to tighten up my arms, because you're going to want to do this. Just grab something at home, right? Do some tricep extensions. If you want to tighten that muscle in the back of the arm, tricep extensions. How about your shoulders? A little overhead press. How about just a lateral lift? Do something to increase the circulation of the muscles so that the muscles draw in the nutrition, and then the muscles start to take form. It's called hypertrophy. So being a trainer, that's just the way that I talk. Hypertrophy just means the muscle is getting pumped. So you pump the muscles, you tighten the skin around the muscle, and then you hydrate your body so that the muscles are able to get volume. You know, muscles are 70% water, so skin cells are 80% water. Your entire body is over 60% water. So if you want more volume in the muscles so that you can tighten that skin, so you can tighten the back of the arms, you can tighten the waistline. One of the places I love putting this on, I'm gonna take off my shirt, on my stomach. If you wanna go to the beach, you want flat abs, take that tighten up, put it on your stomach. Rub it in. Rub it on your waistline. Yes, you can rub it on your waistline. I rub it on my waistline. Yeah, that stuff that hangs over your pants, right? So I use Slim and Tone. Slim and Tone is our topical fat burner. So I use Slim and Tone. I rub it on, right? I let it rub its way in, and then I take some Tighten Up. I rub on some Tighten Up, and everything starts to suck in. So all of a sudden, I've got tighter skin temporarily, but after 4 to 6 weeks on a good training program, doing my core exercises, taking Pilates, doing crunches, whatever you do for your particular core workout, do your core workout after you put on your Slim and Tone, and then put on your Tighten Up, and then just go about your day or go to bed, whatever you do. But you want to use the Tighten Up to keep those muscles firm, and then also you want to keep the muscles tight while you exercise, so that when you have a completely hypertrophied effect after 4 to 6 weeks, the muscles are permanently conditioned, they're permanently tighter, and then the skin goes against the muscle. I think this is the hardest thing for people that don't exercise to understand, is that your skin just cannot just like saran wrap get that tight. But you can, over time, tighten it with fruit acids. And that's why we put the fruit acids in the Tighten Up, and we have more fruit, we have coconut oil in the peptide. And we're always looking at Mother Nature, because she's the best healer there is. How can we use those elements in a natural state and then combine it with our lifestyle so we can actually get the skin we want? You can be better a year from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, if you start today. We have a coupon code for you to try it, because I love working out. I love looking great, and I want to share that with you. And I love the products we've created. To think that we have over 20 elements right here in one jar. Just trying to buy good quality shea butter is $20. Trying to get a good quality set of fruit acids, that's all you get is $19. You add this jar up, we're over $120 in product. Just to get all this at once. And you also have to put each layer on separately if you were to buy them all separate. Everything is in Tighten Up. All the hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, retinol, vitamin C, we put everything in the Hydroplump, in our hyaluronic acid. You don't need to buy 10 things. It's right there. And if you don't want to tighten up, then just get the hyaluronic acid. And if you want the best collagen with a combination that helps you to build elastin, tighten the skin, refine the pores, improve the actual collagen cells themselves, the collagen elastin working together to tighten, form, and we mainly, I get so excited, I'm sorry, but mainly is we get natural ingredients. Again, Skin Tight Naturals, Victoria's Body Shop, we're a natural company, we're a fit company, and we believe fitness is how you feel and how you operate and how you eat and how you go about your day. But every day you want to move, you want to smile, you want to bring L-dopamine. It's a hormone. If you go through hormonal things, to where you feel like your skin's getting saggy from hormones, you can work on that by looking at your diet, your intake of collagen, your intake of water, fruits, vegetables, and exercise. Exercise increases HGH. You know what HGH is? It's a human growth hormone. Exercise gives you youth hormones. Youth hormones are released as you exercise. So whatever age you are, you can decrease your age, your biological age, by increasing your HGH, by increasing your hormones, your growth hormones, your healthy youth hormones by exercising. And one of the best exercises is weight training. Get a trainer, let somebody teach you and run you through a program. It is so valuable. It even prevents osteoporosis, stops bone loss. And if you're on medications that have made you soft and weak and has made your muscles weak and has made your skin flaky and made your skin dry, you can do things now. Tighten Up is like food in a jar. You can take this and put it on the skin while you move. Even if you go for a 3-minute walk to increase circulation, put your Tighten Up on, go for a walk, do something healthy, sit and just lift your arms, put on some music and dance. Do you remember how you used to just dance all the time? Just dance. Do something that makes you feel alive. You have to move it. So if you move your body, give your skin the best nutrition and Tighten Up, collagen, peptide, hydroplump, microdermabrasion, and get rid of yesterday's old dead skin so you can get today's new beautiful skin. It's right here. It's all there. We have a coupon code for you. Just try it. Just try one of them. Just try it, because we're working so hard during these times as a small business to bring you the best, highest quality, most natural, cruelty-free, natural company, green company. We love serving you. And I want to thank you for stopping by today, but make sure you try one product to support us, to help us, and then make sure you just share us with your friends. And please follow us on Amazon. And we also have an Instagram account, Skin Tight Naturals, and we have a Facebook account, Skin Tight Naturals. Just join us and just be a part of the movement of feeling, looking, and being great and sharing things. You know, the world is a difficult place right now. So every one of us that's looking good, feeling good, and sharing great things with others is a valuable person. And I know, and you're valuable because you stopped to listen. And I thank you for taking your time, because I know that your life is busy, but I appreciate you taking the time to share with me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, Victoria Johnson at Victoria's Body Shop, and go and try one of our Skin Tight Naturals products today. Coupon code in the chat.